And welcome back. This portion of the show is brought to you by News, that is spelled Nooz. Just go to nooz.tv and sign up to be a citizen journalist with your own channel. That is news.tv. Let's bring in Dan Jansen. He is a Hall of Fame and Olympic gold medal speed skating champ. He broke 6 speed skating world records, but he also has a foundation and a great celebrity golf event coming up. He's also one of the nice guys. Dan, welcome to the show.
Hey, John, thanks. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. So right now, as you're joining us here, you're going to start doing a little traveling up north. Is this your first traveling during these crazy pandemic times?
It is. Yeah, I've kind of been, I say stuck, but we live in a pretty nice spot here in North Carolina. But yeah, we've been home for the last several months. So I'm anxious, but I'm a little curious to see how it'll go as well.
So you're going to be up in Wisconsin and Michigan as well. So are you hearing you have to do restrictions and stuff like that up there?
Well, I haven't heard much in terms of that kind of stuff. But the thing is, I'll pretty much be just with family. So it's not like we're really going out anywhere. We're just going up really to the North Woods kind of, and just be with family. So I feel fairly safe.
Yeah, it sounds like it. That's great. All right. So the Dan Jansen Celebrity Classic coming up October 3rd to the 5th in Mooresville, North Carolina. That's just outside Charlotte at Trump National. I've had a chance to play with you a few times. Talk about what a great event you and your staff have put together.
So it's really, it's quite an undertaking for us. In the past, it's changing a little bit this year because of COVID. We have to tone it down a little bit, as everybody does, but we are still going to have it. So let me tell you, normally we have a big concert on a Saturday night. We get some of my friends from Rascal Flatts, Joe Don Rooney and Jay DeMarcus come, and they put on an amazing show. And then Sunday we do kind of a celebrity-only little match, and then a pairings party and so forth, auction raffle, and then Monday is the play with sponsors, and so it's really a 3-day event. This year, as I said, we're toning it down, but it's still 3 days, and it's October 3rd through the 5th. So far it's a go, and we're working on it as we speak.
So can people still sign up to either join or to play?
So yeah, we do have a few. We have a few foursomes still remaining. Those will probably go pretty quickly, and I'd say in the next 3 to 4 weeks. But we and I guess we're probably going to talk about this, but I might as well just take it right away. Our charities, it's obviously for charity, and it's my foundation, Dan Jansen Foundation, and also we partner with Cool Kids Campaign, and so it's for a great cause, and kids with cancer and families with cancer, with victims of cancer. So we try to raise as much money as we can and have a good time in the meantime.
All right, we are talking to speed skating legend Dan Jansen. He's got the Dan Jansen Celebrity Golf Tournament coming up, as he said, October 3rd through the 5th in Mooresville, North Carolina. It's going to be at Trump National. For more information, go to coolkidscampaign.org and the djfoundation.org, as Dan was just talking about. Okay, again, 2 great foundations there. Talk about what Cool Kids does for kids and their families when the kids have cancer.
So Cool Kids is really about just bettering the lives of kids with cancer. So we've got, there's 2 actually, one in Baltimore, which was where Cool Kids is based, and then one here. We have clubhouses, and the one in Charlotte is actually named in my honor. And so at the clubhouse, the kids can kind of go and get away from the hospital if they've been there for weeks, even months sometimes. They can have birthday parties, smile celebrations. They can have end of chemo parties. Moms and dads can have, movie night, or date night and drop the kids off, and the kids can watch movies and things like that. It's a real fun kind of getaway for the kids, and it's really special to watch them, and you can just sense their release kind of to get away from the hospital for a few hours, and they love it. They come as much as they can.
Now, at the Dan Jansen Cool Kids Clubhouse, you just had a great event in July for a young boy who's fighting leukemia. Talk about that.
Yeah, so we did a couple things. There was a young man here who just turned 8, and actually, so we couldn't yet. Well, we did a couple different things, but one of them we had a little drive-by birthday party for him, and all the police station, all the police officers. I bet there were 20-some police officers from Mooresville showed up, came to his house, made him chief for a day. You know, it was really special. And we also had a little summer program where the kids came, and about 3 days last week, 2 weeks ago, and we're able to kind of test out the waters a little bit, and it went really well. Everyone wore masks and social distance, but we were able to have 3 days of a lot of fun with the kids, games and all sorts of things. So it's everything's been tougher in these times, but imagine having cancer on top of it, and so we're really just trying to do what we can to brighten up their lives a little bit.
Wow. Now, the other charity is yours. That's the Dan Jansen Foundation, DJ Foundation. Mm-hmm. And you take care of kids with cancer as well, but also aspiring student athletes. Talk about what you've been doing.
Yeah. So what we've been doing with my foundation is it's really kind of evolved through the years because it's really 25 years old now. And we started with research. So, leukemia, I lost my sister to leukemia. Some people may remember the day of my race at the Olympics way back in 1988. And so I started a foundation really in kind of in her memory. And what it has changed into is when Jane, my sister, was ill, she was having to travel to Seattle for a bone marrow transplant, which, and we're from Wisconsin. So back and forth, she lived out there the better part of a year. My mom and dad did as well. And all siblings, there's 9 of us. We were traveling back and forth. And I saw the expense that puts on families with the non-medical expenses. And so we have a family aid fund within my foundation where we help the families pay bills. Might be gas and electric bills, might be car payments, it might be travel, it might be room and board to stay with their families, with their children while they're being treated. And that's really been our biggest fund, as well as some of the things you mentioned. And yeah, we have scholarship funds for kids as well, but that one's taken on a life of its own, and we're really proud of the Family Aid Fund.
We are talking to speed skating legend Dan Jansen. He's got the Dan Jansen Celebrity Golf Tournament coming up October 3rd through the 5th in Mooresville, North Carolina. That's near Charlotte, and it's at Trump National. For more information, go to coolkidscampaign.org and also the djfoundation.org as well. It's great you're doing that, because what people don't realize is the damage that cancer does in so many other ways to the family, especially, sometimes parents lose their jobs because they're taking care of their kids, and then they've lost everything. And what you're doing is fabulous, and it's it's great you're doing that, especially in Jane's memory. You've got a few minutes left here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Lillehammer, when you got that elusive first gold medal in 1994. What do you remember most from getting that gold medal?
I think the biggest thing I remember was the sense of relief I felt. When I crossed the line, I saw a big WR next to my name, which was a world record. And, more so than the gold medal, it was really that I'd finally skated to my potential at the Olympic Games. And that really had become my goal at the end, because, I was favored really in three Olympics prior. And it for different reasons, it didn't happen. And so, finally in my last chance in the 1,000 meters, a race I wasn't supposed to win, is when it came true. So it was relief. It was certainly excitement, but also really now that, I remember my biggest thought too was now finally my family's going to be able to celebrate, because they had come with me to each games, or half of them at least. And and always expected, I think, to, have a big celebration. And finally we were able to do that after I won.
How cool was it? You got to carry the flag at the end of the closing ceremonies, right?
I did. What a way to top off that whole experience. I mean, you get voted to do that by the fellow athletes from each sport, and for them to have me represent them, it was, talk about feeling patriotic. Winning the medal and hearing the national anthem's one thing, and then you get to carry the flag at the closing ceremony. It was quite a week or so to be an American for me.
Yeah, it had a lot to do with not only your story, but also I think who you are as a person as well. That was certainly a crazy Olympics that most people don't remember. I think they remember you in doing that, but they also remember the Kerrigan-Harding attack. Did that take anything away from you as far as what went on?
It's a good question, and the answer is sort of yes and no. So, and the reason I say that is because of that whole debacle, it was, and I maybe even to this day, the most watched sporting event in the history of television was the '94 Olympics, Winter Olympics, and for sure because of the Kerrigan and Harding thing. Now, so for that reason, we had a lot more viewers than we probably normally would have had. Now, the other side of it is, it was strange. Every time we set foot outside the Olympic Village, there were thousands, I'm not exaggerating, thousands of media just waiting there to get a glimpse of one of those two. And so it was kind of a circus, but, you just dealt with it, and you knew it, it was more them having to deal with it than we were. But we were affected, I think, in several ways.
Wow. We've got about a little over a minute left here. Have you been back to Lillehammer, Norway at all since then?
I have. We got invited to go back for a world championship that was 10 years after the fact. So it was a 10-year anniversary. And I tell you what, the people of Norway are so amazing. I literally, and I'm not kidding you, I got off the plane, just a normal, regular airline plane, went through customs, and the customs guy looks at me and my passport and he goes, "Welcome back, Mr. Jansen. We're honored to have you." I mean, it was just like, are you kidding me?
That is so cool. That is great. So real quickly, would you recommend people going to Lillehammer as a trip, a vacation?
More so like Oslo, and then it's only an hour, maybe 90 miles or so, if that, north of Oslo. And so certainly a kind of a day trip. You get to see all the Olympic venues. But yeah, beautiful area, area of the world.
Cool. All right. We've been talking to speed skating legend Dan Jansen. He's got the Dan Jansen Celebrity Golf Tournament coming up October 3rd through the 5th in Mooresville, North Carolina. It's right outside of Charlotte. It's going to be at Trump National. For more information, go to coolkidscampaign.org and the djfoundation.org as well. Hey, Dan, I appreciate the time. Safe travels, my friend.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Take care.
All righty. Thank you. Hey, boxing fans, tune into the TVS Boxing Network. 70 years of TV boxing from 1950 to today for free. Ali, Frazier, Liston, Foreman, all on the TVS Boxing Network. Watch now at tvstvnetworks.com. When we come back, the answer to our trivia question, and I'll talk about what golf did for us last weekend.